when you go out for qualifying, you're like, hey, it's going to be juiced up. It's going to be on the throttle. The last 2 nights now, really not the case. And like I said, we had so many wingless cars go out about it. So my biggest question is, just like you, Wade, what's going to be better, lap 1 or lap 2? We're here to find out.
22 cars will take time. Great to have Drake York here, one of the great announcing invoice infield reporters for USAC. He gets to do this pretty well, follow the best speed car and midget racing in the world. So Saunderson, your quick time race shop, speed car time trials. Mitch Saunderson and Caleb Curry in the Suxy Speedway Shop, Hardwire Motorsport entry. They're underway now for the first look. Little slick out of 2. That will be where you're going to lose or gain time. Let's have a look at first up lap for Saunderson. 14.765. Caleb Curry will go quicker.
Hello.
Oh man, Saunderson, did he scrub the wall? If not, he got very close to it. Curry is a 14.377. Saunderson, a 14.195 for Curry. Did Mitch scrub the wall? If not, he certainly had to lift and blip the throttle just a little. Quick time is Caleb Curry, 14.195. Mitch Saunderson, 14.765. First 2 cars on track. Just sounded and looked a little like Mitch. If he didn't tag it, he certainly had to lift momentarily. Last start winner on track, Caleb Mills. Driving to Stanton. Beautifully turned out. Cars for us. V10. Oh man, I just watched Dylan Menz nearly tagged the wall as well. And that was just in the lead-up lap. Oh man, everybody in the slick up high out of 4. That cost Caleb. It's a 14.733. Menz looks better there. And he goes quick time. First in the 13s. 13.941. 13.941. This is better for Mills. 14.143. 14.143. And Dylan Menz, 13.727. 13.727 quick time. Caleb Mills, 14.143. Caleb Curry, 14.195. Mitch Saunderson, 14.765. Couple of real race car gases here. Tommy Payette and Nick Parker. Both these guys in the top 4 last night. Parker's second, Payette was 4th. Let's see what Buddha's got for us in the Bozo Bennett entry. P2, 13.967. Oh, Parker goes second quick, 13.861. Can Payette improve on third? Yes, he can. 13.836. Parker does not improve. They arm wrestle for second. Tom Payette will hold on. 13.836 is second fastest. Nick Parker, 13.861 is third fastest right now. Caleb Mills, 14.143. Caleb Curry, 14.195. And Mitch Saunderson, 14.765. Burko cubed, actually. Burko the third. In the Fontana. Beautifully turned out, N36. Very old school in its look and feel. I love it. He's joined by Dylan Gents. A couple of the real new faces of speed car racing. Burkett family, long time passion for this sport. Likewise, Dylan Gent. Burkett is 7th. He'll go back now to 8th because Gent goes to 6th, 14.620. Oh, Reese almost turned it. And I wonder, did Gent get slightly impeded? So Gent will improve a 14.377, but I wonder whether he'll say he looked up and saw Reese Burkett almost cook it. So Burkett of 14.838 is 8th. Gent a 6th position, 14.377. West Aussie Aaron Sharp on the raceway in the John Day Orange. And he's joined by Brendan Zatto in a 14S. We're halfway through qualifying, 22 cars in total. First up lap coming from Aaron Sharp in the 30W. Car looks pretty sweet. He's currently 9th, 14.903. Wow, Brendan Zatto, that's good. 6th quickest, 14.343 for Brendan Zatto. Out of 4, Sharp looks good. He improves, but not on position. 14.521. 14.521 for Aaron Sharp, and Brendan Zatto is 6th, 14.343. Luke Storer, the Bill Storer Motors, number 23, on track with Nathan Smee and the Oak Flat Motorcycles in 42. That beautiful bark of a speed car engine. Over 300 horsepower in a very lightweight, very nimble package. Let's have a look at Luke Storer. I'm a big rap for this kid already. Got up a little high out of 4. It's good enough for 7th. 14.344. And Nathan Smee, a 14.634 is not indicative of his talent. They may still have some issues. Storer improves to 6th, the 14.230. 14.230, and Smee is still 10th, 14.634. I just fancy all is not well with that package right now. Nathan Smee is a better driver than 10th, so they may have some things going on with the 42 car. Jack McCarthy joins us alongside Jordan Mackay. Jack, outstanding racer in wingless and also in speed cars. He peels the Hardwire Motorsport Speedway Shop, number 6 off 4. It looks good. It's 5th, 14.159. 14.159. Jordan Mackay is 12th, 14.738. 14.738. McCarthy improves to 4th, 14.072. Jack McCarthy, 4th quickest, 14.072. Jordan Mackay, 12th, at 14.738. For as little driving as Jack McCarthy does in a speed car, he certainly is a shoe. On track right now, mum of 2, Melissa Crouch, up nice and high in 3 and 4, gathers it back up. Together with newcomer Max Bevan, out of junior formulas into formulas, and now into speed cars. Melissa way upstairs, gets it nice and smooth exit. She'll come in at 15th, 14.918. Bevan, 16th, 15.184. 15.184. In his rookie year in speed cars, Crouch will stay 15th, 14.918. And Max Bevan improves slightly, but will still be 16th at a 14.965. 14.965. Pushing away now is the SA99 of Daniel Griffiths. Track is a little slicker on the low side. It takes a lot of experience and a lot of courage just to get straight up and run the wall. And Daniel running a nice consistent lap, just getting his eye in. Works the S99, that's a little better. Gets some more momentum off that corner. He's about to lock in his first lap. Got his solo pass. Daniel comes in 17th to 16.206. 16.206. Quick Time Race Shop bringing you your qualifying for round 2 of the Energy WA Pro Speed Car Week. Checker comes out, he improves 15.668. 15.668 for Daniel Griffiths. Scott Doyle about to push away with Luke Redpath. We're into our final 3 cars. In fact, make that final 4. So the TI Bolts, Q8 of Scott Doyle on track. Doyle ran 16th last night. The guy he shares the track with, Luke Redpath. Luke ran 17th, so both these guys looking to improve tonight. Doyle right up to the wall. He'll come in at 10th. Nice job. 14.389, and Redpath 11th. 14.449. Both these guys nudging the top 10. Boy, Doyle goes to 4th. 14.012. Redpath goes to 9th. 14.294. Scott Doyle. Superb. 14.012 is 4th quickest. Nice job too from Luke Redpath. 14.294. He's 9th. Final 2 cars on the raceway now. Tasmanian Brock Webster and Canberran Jay Waugh. Waiting on Webster to lock your time in. 6th quick. Nice job from Webster. 14.089. Waugh goes 7th. 14.113. Webster 6th. Can he improve? He'll stay in 6th unless Waugh can bump him. Waugh will stay in 7th. Nice job from both of them. Brock Webster 14.089 is good for 6th. 7th is Jay Waugh 14.113. So we had 3 guys into the 13s. Please put your hands together for your QT Race Parts quick time. Dylan Menz 13.727. Tommy Payette was very solid as well, 13.836. Nick Parker, 3rd quickest, 13.861. Scott Doyle, great job late in the session, 4th, 14.012. Jack McCarthy, 5th, nice job for him, 14.072. Brock Webster, 14.089, nice lap. Jay Waugh, 7th, 14.113. Caleb Mills was 8th, last start winner, 14.143. Caleb Curry 9th, 14.195. And Luke Storer in the 23V rounds out your 10, 14.230. Let's go down to Drake York.
Thank you so much. Qualifying the racetrack, very, very slick from those wingless cars. They just had a whole other batch of heat races before we've come out with Pro Speed Car Week. So it's going to be interesting. I think everybody's kind of eyeing the high side, but you got to imagine, too, the way the wingless cars were running the bottom, maybe add a little bit of extra grip. We'll have to wait and see.
So cars forming up for heat number 1, brought to you by Speed Cars Australia. Pretty sure I caught a glimpse of Caleb Curry sitting down there by the tunnel, just watching this one, and Nathan Smee too. They hadn't yet tossed the coin on what they were doing with the setup. So we'll take a look at your lineup here in a moment. You got Scott Doyle out there, Jordan Mackay, Melissa Crouch, Dylan Menz, your quick time, Dylan Gent, Luke Storer. And that sun is certainly beaming down into turn 1. Speed Cars Australia bringing you heat number 1. Storer, watch for him on that front row, right alongside Waugh. We're green. Down into turn 1 we run. Very wide is Waugh. They get by. He got freight trained. Boy, out of turn 4, it's Storer, your leader. Watching that battle, Menz, Gent, Luke Storer, your leader. We got trouble in turn 2. Menz and Crouch caught up in turn 2, necessitating a restart. And beams down over God's country. Mt Gambier, South Australia. Get around the Blue Lake if you haven't done already, Drake. It even rhymes with you. Blue Lake, Drake. The gorgeous part of the world. We're good to go. Luke Storer to lead away. She's a little slick, but we love that. Usually turns on phenomenal racing. Great job with the switch by James Rice tonight. Ricey always does a good job. Doyle slices across. Out of turn 4. Dylan Gent in that 4th position behind Jay War. Dropping down low out of 4. Storer looking very handy. Trying to lock in to tonight's A-Main. Remember, it's the first 2 cars. So right now, Doyle will be one of those. War in 3rd, Gent in 4th. A little bit of smoke from the rear of the 3. In behind him is Jordan Mackay. Men's trying to come back as Melissa Crouch hanging on that spot. Is that a smoking rear tyre on Gent, maybe? I wonder if that right rear is smoking. Well, keep your eye on the 3 car. In that 3rd car in that shot, watch it come off this turn here. Yep, we're smoking tyres. So we got rubber down. Look at the smoke. Not very often you see that in speed car racing. Storer is your leader. 3 to go. We're starting to smoke some tyres. Still back in that 2nd spot is Doyle. Yeah, you can clearly see smoke off the right rears. So I'll get Dr. Drake York to check the rubber when the guys come in, because, whoa, Doyle is really lighting them up. This is going to necessitate some track work, I would think. Boy, very rare that you see this. Checkered flag is out. Men's puts a big slide job on Mackay and will get through. Luke Storer. Great job. He will get the win. Luke Storer, your winner from Scott Doyle in 2nd. 3rd is Jay War. 4th is Dylan Gent. 5th is Dylan Menz. He got back to 5th. Jordan Mackay, and then back to Melissa Crouch. Wow, we're smoking.
60, 70 cars in attendance here tonight, and they all did 2 rounds of heat races just before we went out. So definitely a lot of laps on the racetrack, and sure the Borderline Speedway crew is going to turn their attention to re-prepping this surface here once we get done with these heats.
So it's Redpath and Mills. Great to have Drake York here with us. As part of Pro Speed Car Week, we muscle into turn 2. We're 3 wide. Redpath, your leader. Nice job. McCarthy moves up to 2nd. The South Aussie back to Mills. Your So working our way off turn 4. Apologies for the battery situation. Still Luke Redpath. Jack McCarthy in 2nd. 3rd is Tom Payette. Back in 4th, Caleb Mills, who's starting to close in, and now we're starting to see the smoke. Now we're starting to get the tyre smoke, rubber, as these tyres heat up. So Redpath, they've all found the rubber, so they're all down there. Sharp under some pressure from Mitch Saunderson. Boy, if he can make that stick, I think he will. Side by side in that battle for 5th place. You can just see Mills working behind Payette. We just had a wheel cover come off out of turn 4. It was just a wheel center, a wheel cover. It should be okay. It's harmlessly up against the wall. Checkered flag about to come out. Luke Redpath will get the win. It's a tyre fryer. 2nd will be Jack McCarthy. 3rd is Tom Payette. 4th will be Caleb Mills. Everybody survived, although they were literally tossing a coin. I won't even tell you what Mrs. Rook called the race car earlier on. Yikes. Here we go. Pace after pickup, a shortened 8-lap affair. We're green. Zato gets the launch. Parker was started back a little bit on their second row. I gotta say, that's not ideal for Brock. That left front wheel is right in the cab. This is not ideal for Brock. I think I can see his helmet moving around, but that left front wheel is right in the cockpit. I just saw his hands move just then. We're good to go for Caleb. And he just drives away on that start. Zato back in the second spot. Nick Parker. Then back in fourth, Reese Burkett. And Webster. So for those watching at home, we've had several different looks at this, and wow, he really got that left front in there, Drake. I guess over the years, the cars have become a lot more like mailboxes. They're that pasta. So for those watching at home, we've had several different... We're good to go out of turn 4. Zato to lead. McCarthy will quickly assume the lead. Look at Parker running the top. Nick Parker around the outside of Smee as they go down into turn 3. McCarthy leads early. Parker upstairs. Zato down low. 7 to run. Nick Parker trying to get some momentum. Smee will punish him. Lot of experience behind the wheel of Nathan Smee, who drifts up, and Parker returns serve. Smee will try and get back to the bottom on him. So it's Caleb Curry in that car, not Jack. We saw him earlier. My apologies to Jack and Caleb. Caleb, who was watching that. Oh, Smee is slowing. So Smee is out. Caleb Curry has them covered. Oh, we got a red. Car upside down. I think it's Brock again, so we're going red. Oh man, Zato nearly ran over the back of Parker. It is intense out there. Caleb had them well and for Caleb. And he just drives away on that start. Zato back in the second spot. Nick Parker. Then back in fourth, Reese Burkett. Daniel Griffiths in the 99. Everybody hanging down low. Nice little attempt on the outside by Parker. Nick Parker couldn't quite get the grip at the other end. I think the rubber is predominantly down in turn 3 and 4. Seems to be a dramatically different traction situation. Parker coming back at Zato now. Can he make it work here? Looking to dive bomb up the inside. 2 laps to go. Brendan doing a nice job to hold out Nick Parker. Parker seems quicker. He gives a little bit of a tap. A bit of a Happy Gilmore on the tank. Back off to the main straight. We're starting to melt the tyres. 1 lap to go. Parker in the Alcott higher entry. Trying to get a run on Zato. Trying to get himself into the show in the third rows. Can he do it? No. Very close indeed. Caleb Curry will get the win. Zato will get second. Parker drove the wheels off that thing to try and get into the top. That's the journey. Payette alongside Menz. Perfect launch. Menz will just get the advantage into 1. Crouch goes up high into 7. Gent into that third spot. You go back to Nathan Smee. Everybody to the bottom watching Reese Burkett trying to get a run on Melissa Crouch. Melissa running up top. Here comes Smee trying to work the top. Dylan Menz still your leader. Smee into third. He's going to drift up track and Gent will get him. So conditions still a little moist right now. Challenge for the lead. New leader.
Tom Payette's going to take the lead up the back straightaway into turn number 3 here at Borderline, and Menz looked like the front end wanted to push a lot here the last couple laps, and obviously still in a pretty decent spot to make the feature event and have a good starting spot while doing it. But Tom Payette has up and left the rest of the field, Wade.
Substantial lead for Buddha in the 7 dub. Good battle for third going on, actually. Smee under some pressure from Dylan Gent now. Payette has a substantial lead over Menz, but Smee and Gent, that's where the battle is. That battle for third position. Remember, every time you pass a car, you advance a row. Dylan Gent has about a fifth, if not a sixth, of the experience of Nathan Smee, but he's all over the back of him now with 3 to go the next time by for Tom Payette.
Talk about it. This is almost youth versus experience here for the race for the third spot. Smee, one of the best to ever do it in Australia, and Dylan Gent still trying to establish himself. Wade, you talked about still trying to burn the grease off the top of this racetrack. That time by at the stripe 3 to run, and Gent starting to get creative. He tried a little bit higher there through 1 and 2. Let's see where they go into 3.
Checkered flag is only a lap and a half to go for Tom Payette. Gent still trying to run down Smee. Lonely ride for your early leader, Dylan Menz. White flag out. Payette has absolutely gapped him by the length of the main straight, putting a lap down on Griffiths. Checkered flag only half a lap away. Gent still having a really good run at Nathan Smee. Checkers are out for Payette. Menz will get second. Smee just holds on for third. Stout drive for Dylan Gent. He almost got by Nathan Smee. So your winner is Tom Nick. He ran third, and that's how brutal it can be, Drake. If you finish third, you're going through from the B-dash.
Absolutely, Wade. And we look at the guys in this field. I mean, there is some stout competition. You're looking at Nick Parker right there. Quick time last night at Portland, second. Almost as good as he opened up Pro Speed Car Week last year. I mean, he was second to points, contending for a win every night. And sure, they're all going to make the feature, Wade, but still a little surprising to see a guy like Nick Parker starting on the inside of the front row of this. And then Jay Ward, he told me he hasn't been real happy with the setup of that race car lately, so they're still chasing a little something in it, but he was bad fast during Pro Speed Car Week last year. His pace truck to the infield, lights are out around Borderline Speedway.
Let's watch that inside second row where your last start winner, Caleb Mills, lurks, but I cannot see them getting past Parker. Let's see what Jay Ward can do about that. Green flag is on. He gets the lead into 1. Sharp trying the outside group. Parker pushes up. He loses 2 spots. Saunderson as well. Got a great launch. Your leader is War. Mills. Saunderson pushes up. That puts Parker back into third. Saunderson back on Sharp. So it sounds like 1 and 2 maybe a little bit more slippery than 3 and 4.
It's definitely all slippery right now as Caleb Mills showing us why he's currently leading Pro Speed Car Week points. He's chasing down Jay Ward through turns 1 and 2. Currently 2 down, 8 to run. Let's see what Mills can do. Obviously, the track's been fast so far in these dashes. A little bit tricky to pass, but look who's laying back there in third. Nick Parker obviously got that massive push down into 1 and 2 as the top 2 run high. Parker on the low side.
Caleb Mills was the fastest car on the racetrack. That honor now goes to Nick Parker. 6 to go. War under substantial pressure. Watch Parker have a crack at Mills. Down into 3. Top 3 covered by 0.5 of a second right now. War still under enormous pressure. Parker trying to get a run. He's still too tight getting in. And we have 4 laps left to run.
Parker is slowly but surely making headway on the bottom side of the speedway. Your top 3 run nose to tail across the start-finish line with now just 4 to run. Here comes Mills. He's got a little bit of a drive, got hung out a little bit in the grease there. Wade, we talked about the grease still getting worked in. Here's Nick Parker to the inside off of turn number 4. Couldn't make it stick as Jay Ward holding tough at the front of the field.
Parker still lurking with intent, but Mills turns it up now. Mitch Saunderson is actually the quickest car on the racetrack right now with a 13.38. Battle is on here. Parker coming after Mills. 1.5 laps to go. What a battle this is. We've got them all in the same camera shot. Parker looming up alongside Mills now. Still, War will get the job done. But what a great race. B-dash number 2. Jay War will hold on. That's better. Nick Parker couldn't quite get back by Caleb Mills. Parker will get third. Mitch Saunderson was the quickest car on the speedway. Mount Gambier. Come on, everybody, in turn 1 and up in turn 2 as well. Please put your hands together down the back straight away and acknowledge these 19 men and one very brave girl as well in this 20-car field for your 30-lap A-Main. Perfect circuit, this place, for a range of disciplines. It's had speedway motorcycles around here back in the day as well, and it was epic for that. I love the shape of it, and I pointed out to you the new hill in turn 4 earlier on as well. Drake, it's such a beautifully presented facility.
Absolutely, and especially the infield too. I mean, look how immaculate that grass is down on the infield as the field breaks rank and will wind up behind the base truck. Getting ready to go. Seems like we waited a very long time to get Energy Hire WA Pro Speed Car Week started, and now we're already on night number 2 of this fantastic event that we hope continues to be a tradition here, especially in South Australia and Victoria, Wade.
Doyle and Curry, McCarthy, what a great job too from Storer on that second row, showing some real speed in the speed car. Lights are out for KFC. 30 laps ahead of us. Shut up and take my money. We're going to get dirty for 30. Green. Curry smartly into the race lead from Doyle. Storer into third. Well, McCarthy slides up into that third spot. Look at the pack behind them. McCarthy, Doyle, Curry, and Menz. We work our way into turn 3. Look at already Tom Payette starting to make a run as well, trying to get up into that top 5.
Yeah, Payette's on the move. He just picked off Jay Ward, so move Payette up into the 6th spot in the W7. He is quickly on the charge. Back up front, Jack McCarthy continues to pace the field. That time by the fastest car on the racetrack was the S6 of McCarthy.
This will be a big moment and a big career achievement if McCarthy can hold on for a win. We're a long way from establishing that yet. The Hardwire Murphy Motorsport team, 1st and 3rd right now. Doyle in 2nd. Luke Storer. Brendan Zatto doing a great job though. Now Payette. Tommy Payette moves up into 5th. Zatto runs the bottom side out of 2. And now Curry coming after Doyle.
Curry is on the move right now, trying to make it a Hardwire Murphy Motorsports 1-2 at the front of the field right now. Still a long way to go in this one, as this time by the field we'll see 23 laps to go at the flag stand, and Doyle hanging tough in the second weight. I don't think he was a lot of people's #1 choice to run on the podium tonight, but he's proven a lot of people wrong right now towards the front of the field.
Great battle going on for 6th place actually. Top 5 spread out a little bit, but I'm looking at Zatto under pressure from Dylan Gent as well. Now they start to haul in. Scott Doyle, Curry, Storer, Payette, then Menz, Zatto, War, Smee, and Caleb Mills. Great little battle pack down the back straightaway into turn 3. There's 5 of them in it. I think it's Menz. He's right in behind the 14 of Zatto. Then you've got Smee. They're coming out of turn 2. It's a ripping battle. 5 of them in it.
Yeah, Parker just got to the inside of Caleb Mills. Believe it or not, those two 1-2 last night, now they're just racing to be in the top 10. Something we don't see all the time, as now traffic is a factor for your race leader, Jack McCarthy. He's got Max Bevan right in front of him, and right now the racetrack's so fast, it's a little tough to pass even for McCarthy. For the driver that's running all the way at the back, he finally slingshots to the inside and puts a lap car between himself and his teammate.
Boy, Payette is in the middle of a dogfight now. He got by Doyle and right in behind him as well. You've also got Menz. So they're coming out of turn 4 now. There is Payette. He's got Storer just in front of him as they go into turn 1. Payette working the top. Curry trying to make a run here as well. They're working their way into turn 3 and 4. Boy, the traffic is going to be a major issue now.
Payette's kind of the only guy running the high side of the speedway. Look at that car get side by through turns 1 and 2. almost got to the tail tank of Store. Can't do it there. Store's got the lap car and Bevan right in front of him, as that is the race for the third spot down to turn one. Store to the inside of Bevan. Payette's got run on the top side of the speedway. Doesn't quite make it work, Wayne.
Payette trying to run the top. Kara's laying over hard on that right rear. Now he looks to swap the inside. We're going to go yellow. We got a car looping it in turn number 2. It's Reese Burkett. So it's a 1-2 right now for Team Neon. Somebody told Mark Harrington it's KFC for the win.
Evan started 7th, has currently worked his way up to 4th.
Behind him is Scott Doyle, who was originally on your front row. Dylan Mann's making his way forward as well. Quickest time for Jay War as well on that previous lap, 13.16. So Jay is really starting to get running. Great field. When you look about it, they're going to come out of 4 and they stretch all the way around the entry to turn 3. The Reese Burkett car refusing to fire. So we'll go without him, unfortunately.
And I just saw Dylan Gent pulling in the infield, Wade. I think he just pulled it. If not, it had to have been very, very recently. There you see the tail of the field. It's a long line of cars in front of Max Bevan there in the 68. As lights are out, Hardwire Murphy Motorsport 1-2 at the front of the field. We'll see if Luke Store, Tom Payette, or somebody else can spoil the party.
14 laps remaining. Round 2 of the Energy Hire WA Pro Speed Car Week. Do not adjust your sets. Those cars are basically identical in their appearance. Storer has a look. Payette trying to keep the momentum. Doyle is in behind Payette. They work their way off turn number 4. Really good little battle here. Doyle, Menz, War, Zado. Storer runs a bit wide. The Hardwire boys getting a bit of an advantage here with 12 laps remaining. Payette coming at Storer. Luke opened the door. Tommy Payette takes the lead. Storer trying to come back in the Mark Habey Motors. Number 23, but Payette will be clear.
Payette's got that thing slammed on the right rear, especially through turns 3 and 4. Can he do anything with the front 2? He's been one of the fastest cars over the course of the 2 nights. He just has had 0 luck to go with it. This time at the stripe, just 10 left to run here at Mount Gambier.
It'll be very interesting to see whether Payette can run down these 2 identical rocket ships. The Speedway Shop, number 6. Curry is coming after McCarthy. There are no team orders here. Caleb Curry really starting to make some ground. Payette is right there, and so is Storer. Here comes the Kiwi now.
Things intensifying at the front of this field. Payette still slammed on the right rear through turns 1 and 2. He has made it a 3-horse race for the lead. Can the Kiwi chase down the South Aussie? Only 7 to go as they go into 1.
Boy, Payette has that right rear laid right over on that corner of the car. You can see him picking up the left front. It's like an LTC. Curry, 6 to go, and he's all over the back. It's a pair of 6s with 6 to run. Storer now coming after Payette. This is going to be a barnstormer finish.
Storer had to get out of the throttle. Payette was coming down the racetrack. Big slider in turn 1 from Payette. Almost gets to the side of Caleb Curry, but Curry now knows the West Aussie is there. Payette again slams it down the right rear in 3 and 4. Tries to grab some grip off the corner, and he's on the bumper into 1.
Tommy Payette trying to upset the Dream 1-2 for Hardwire. They're going to put the lap car down. They slide in between Bevan. Payette still running the top. 3 laps to run. Payette with another Hail Mary. Look at Storer. I think Jack McCarthy is safe here at the moment with 2 to go.
I wouldn't say that, Wayne. He's got a lap car dead ahead in front of him. McCarthy swings to the outside of Sharp into turn number 1. His teammate Curry follows through. Payette a bit of a bobble, and that opens up the door for Storer. They're side by side to 3. They're not giving each other any room, and Storer gets the 3rd spot.
Very nice drive from Luke Storer. Jack McCarthy on his way to the biggest win of his career in speed cars. Come on, South Australia. Put your hands together for Jack McCarthy. Caleb Curry 2nd. Luke Storer. Dylan Menz managed to get by Tommy Payette. It was a very, very good motor race. Come on, Mount Gambier, put your hands together for South Aussie. Have done a wonderful job. LED and Harry and all the team. And Jack just bangs down the sunscreen. Come on, folks, put your hands together for Jack McCarthy. Cool part for him, too. He does it in front of his peers in the wingless ranks because he's also one hell of a wingless sprint racer. So that's a win for the wingless guys as well. Caleb Curry, a lot of man love down there between the two of them, the teammates. What a great race. Drake York down there in amongst our podium finish.
Jack